Hi, Arun. Okay. Bad connection, huh? So Arun, this nil here, right there, that is this. So there's no addresses for this company. This company doesn't have any addresses associated with it. Well, I think what might be confusing is
Yeah, so
that,
that's the, I think,
go ahead.
yeah, I think I have it's because we are creating a company at the top of the file, so it's the widgets, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't have any address associated with it. So in the describe block for patch update, we are creating attributes for creating a company which doesn't have any addresses. So what I thought was that in line number line number 448,
448?
yeah, that is where the company record is getting created, the second company, you know.
Yeah.
So when registration parameters looked up, it has attributes for company and for company people and addresses. So this should create another company called widgets, have people and addresses associated with it. Am I right?
Yeah, the problem is that we're accessing company addresses here before the company has addresses attached to it. Because this is running before the post create, right?
Oh, wait a second. So that is under previous parameters, right?
Right.
So when that's getting called, the addresses, I mean, the company record should have been created, so that shouldn't be a problem. So what I think the problem is that inside, wait a second, so I think I spotted that. Yeah, so in line 457,
Mm-hmm.
when you're trying to look up the company based on the name, which is widgets, I think we are getting back the company which was created at the top of the file.
That's true. That's what's happening.
So I think that's the issue. So I tried specifying a name for the company when it's getting created. So I modified line 407. So I added a key called name and passed in. Wait a second. So it's 407.
Yep, this is here.
So can you just add a new key and then passing different and
Do you want to type that into the um, chat? I didn't quite hear that.
oh, okay, fine. So
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I was just reading the code.
Okay, so I sent a message in the chat window. You should find it.
Yeah. Now, what is that doing for us?
So it will get rid of some errors that we are getting right now. So it should create a different a company with a different name other than widgets.
Uh-huh.
So, so when we look this up, when we look the company up in line number, yeah, line number 457, we'll be getting back the company which has two addresses associated with it, and not the company which is created at the top of the file.
Okay. All right.
Or we can do something like this, when we use find by name, maybe we can retrieve the last record,
Hmm.
right?
Yep. So
So
what is,
doing this change of,
so we're doing, let me just figure, this guy's
okay,
posting
fine, take it.
registration params. It does not add person or address. Does not add person or address. What is the purpose of that? Okay. So we go through a bunch of changes when we're changing stuff. Okay. Right. Describe. Okay. I see what it's doing. What is the purpose of previous parameters? Okay. All right. Hmm. Do we have addresses? Do we have addresses at the top of the file? Created anywhere?
No,
We don't. Okay. We don't. Have you tried just adding addresses to company?
so I made this on change on line number 407, and I was able to get 3 tests passing. So I have 3 more failing.
But
So
what's it?
this,
Does
what?
the company buyer have addresses?
Yeah,
This company has addresses?
so it's the one we are creating in the bottom. It's just bare, so it's not bare brain or something. So it's a different company, right?
Okay. Okay. So, okay. All right. We should try that then.
It actually works, but still I'm getting 3 more tests which are failing. So we need to fix that.
Yep. You mind if I'm going to take out these prints, okay? Just so it doesn't get cluttered up.
Yeah, sure. It's just I shouldn't have had them in the first place.
That's no problem. But
I meant I should have removed them before committing, so that would have been.
Oh well, we've all created PRs with debug statements in the code, right? Happens a lot. Let's see. What do we got? This not add person or address. Expected. Got. So what I don't understand is
Not getting updated. So the first test is failing because the job email is not getting updated, and I have no idea about the next one.
okay, let's look at 484. Exchange. So updates person but does not add person or address. Okay, so here we're getting widgets, changing the name and the job email.
No, we're looking for the Bayer company. So it's
So is prior name now pointing to Bear?
yeah, of course.
Let me just, editor is frozen up on me here. Even it's having trouble with it. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, my editor is frozen on me. This
Oh,
happens.
yeah, it happens for me too. I don't know what's wrong with Atom. Yes.
Yeah, once in a
This
while it
also
does.
happened when I try to open up the file.
Yeah, it freezes up. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go top here. We are params equals attributes. Yeah.
So prior name is taking the value from registration params, which is
Yeah.
Bayer.
So it is Bear. And
Yeah.
okay, so we got Bear. Registration params for the company. Person and address. Still don't get that. Okay, so anyway, how is it failing? It says got widgets.com. Okay. Let's just inspect that. Where did it get? Okay, before each post. Yeah. Okay. Right. Exactly. Okay. So that certainly looks okay, huh?
Yes. So we are creating a set of params.
Yep. And including job email. And
Oh,
it does not
I
add.
I think I think I understand the problem. It's my mistake. So in line 479,
Uh-huh.
478. So it's inferring from request, right? So if you look up, request refers to the registration params. If you look up, you should find. So it is referring to the registration params, which is not a local variable. So it's, you get me? So this
Yep,
is what we
yep.
created first. So that's the problem. Okay, okay.
Well, I think the problem is it is this here has scope to include, where's that? To include
Yeah, the
that.
registration params
The,
about that. Yeah.
the problem is that this guy is using widgets as its company.
No, it's not. It's not. Oh, okay. So I get it.
Yeah.
So that's one issue there.
Right. So this guy's using widgets as his company. Um,
Oh, now I think now I understand the second error. So if you switch back to the terminal,
yeah.
find the second error. So which is couldn't find address with ID equal to 6, something like that. So if you scroll up, you can.
Oh, I'm not running the whole suite there. So let's do that. I still have the debugger. I thought I took that out. Okay. Yeah. Um, okay.
The problem is that the two companies are created.
Mm-hmm.
One is at the top of the file, and the other is inside the before block of update
Yeah.
class. So
So this,
yeah,
yep. So this is widgets, and the other one is
yeah.
sprockets or whatever the heck it is, and that's the confusion. Um, let's see now. Wouldn't it be easier to just give company some addresses?
What? I couldn't hear you.
Wouldn't it be easier to just give company some addresses to play with? Does it expect to have two addresses? How many addresses does it need?
No, it doesn't. I think one would be fine.
One would do okay.
Yeah. Oh, we are using the other one too in one of the other specs. So we need two addresses.
The two addresses? Okay. All right. Okay.
So I think I figured out.
Yeah,
Let me see. So I'm running the test again to see if it passes.
okay.
So the problem is that I'm passing in the company with no addresses, right? So I should be using Bayer and not widgets.
Well, let's see if I can. I'm just going to add some addresses to widgets, and
Okay.
I'm going to go back to where we started this patch update. Take that out. Undo that. So now, let's see, where is my thing? Yep. Okay. So I have no debugger statement, right? Hopefully. Good. More debugging. Was that the wrong one? Yeah, it is the wrong one. It's only running one test here. Let me see. I added some lines up top. Yep. So let's do the entire one.
411.
Yep. Okay, so company all previous parameters. Which one is it failing on? 489. Accesses.
So I'm getting a single error now.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, what's the other? Which one is that? That's 506. 506. Yeah. Playing around with making some changes here. That one's still failing on me. Why is that? Didn't let's change? How's it failing? Oh, okay. Which one is that? 507?
So did you add new addresses?
Well, no, I created two addresses for the company up top, as you know, and we are going to take away one of the addresses. Right?
But we're doing it with the local variable company. So do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we should still be okay. Look at that.
Sure. Great.
494. Okay. So we are dealing with widgets, which is what we expect to see, right?
Yeah.
Two addresses. Registration params. Yeah, okay. Date. Oh, hi, Laura. So the params are set up to destroy the first
Um,
address here.
so I got it
As you can,
working actually.
you did. How'd you do that?
So I replaced two instances, so line 447.
Let me just check real quickly what I'm looking at here from company.
Okay.
Still got two. Okay, so anyway, go back. What you saying?
Yeah, I got them to work. So I'm getting everything green.
Okay, how'd you do that?
So I had some a request, a statement which declares the request. I think
Yep.
it's on line 447 or 448.
Yep.
Yeah. So this company here refers to the widgets actually. So it should not, right? So I copied this and added it to the examples so that they don't refer to the widgets company. Before I'm trying to, yeah. So I just replaced those. And inside the examples company is a local variable and it refers to the Bayer's company.
Really? Okay.
So this should work, but the problem is I'm using the request, so which was declared above for
Mhm.
the unauthorized request. Still it is using widgets. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do. So what I changed to use widgets throughout, but you're still using Bayer. Up here, you're creating a company called Bayer, right? You're not
Yeah, I
using
think we can
this.
just go ahead with the single company rather than getting Bayer into this.
Okay. Well, if what you have works, then that's good. We don't need to push it
Yeah,
further. There's some weird thing about
I'll
deleting.
try to
Uh-huh.
go on. Go
There's
on.
some weird thing about deleting this address that I don't understand. It's not deleting one of the two addresses. And if you actually look at the parameters that we're using, we're saying at index 0, this address destroys true. So that address should be being destroyed when we call the update action, but it's not. I don't get that. But anyway, that's
Strange.
that's all right. If what you've got is working, we don't need to debug that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And
So thanks again.
well, you fixed it, so
I'll go ahead and no, you did actually. So I was confusing the scope thing, So with the local variable and the instance variable, I was really confusing.
yeah, I think setting up a request like that before you actually use it in the file, you're pulling in, to your point, you're pulling in previously created objects. when the request is created, as opposed to object created within the context of your test with local logic. So that was why I was cutting and pasting, as you noticed, to just use this patch directly rather than use the request object. And that helped. But yeah, I don't know what's going on here with that address delete, but that's okay. I don't need to figure it out because what you have works. So that's great. How did you figure out the other problem that we were having?
Yeah, of course. Thanks again.
How did you figure out the other problem we were having with respect to
The other problem?
Yeah. So let's see.
The address being referenced with the wrong company.
No, not that one. Let's see. Yeah, this particular one. Did you see that the before action user logged was failing because pet users was nil?
Oh,
Even though the test was signing in a user, I was seeing this bizarre behavior with the before action, before the
yeah.
controller.
So what I did was,
Yeah.
yeah, I get you. So what I did was I replaced the sign-in helper with the warden helper. So there's something called I don't remember it right away. Let me look up. So previously I had used the sign-in method,
Yeah.
but it didn't work. So
Oh, I did. I see what you did. You did this.
yeah, so I just used the set user method. So that worked.
I think I've seen that before on other shared examples. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense then. Because the problem where I was seeing that was always using shared examples. And
Oh,
okay, so warden set user is the way to go, it looks like.
yeah, I actually used this from one of the other spec files.
Yeah, I remember seeing that. And I remember that was sign in. Okay, so that's the problem. Good to know. You know what? When you update your PR, Arun, what I would recommend
Yeah.
is put a comment in here. Use,
Okay.
because I always like, when I discover these kinds of things, I always like to comment them. So the next time I'm trying to remember what I did, or some more person trying to figure it out.
Okay, makes sense. So instead of sign in,
Because comment in there, and then people looking at equivalent code to what they're trying to fix, they'll see that comment and say, oh yeah, I need to use this warden set user thing rather than sign in.
yeah, I remember seeing something like this. Something linking to a Stack Overflow post and something like that in MetPlus code base. I remember.
Yeah, well, yeah, like I say, when I discover these little gotchas, I try to put something in the code so that I can come back to it, or somebody else can learn from it too. So if you could put a comment in your code like that, that'd be
Sure, I
really
will.
helpful. Okay, great, perfect. All right, anything else, Arun, for you?
No, nothing. Thank you for helping me solve this. I was stuck.
Oh, yeah, well, it's a joint effort, huh? That was a tough one. This one threw me, this particular one. I'm glad you figured that one out. That was bizarre. So that's good to know.
I still have no idea why the signing method didn't work. It still sets. It doesn't work.
Well, I don't either, and I don't think anybody will, and that's why telling people with a comment what to do is so critical, because I can't come up
It
with a
makes sense.
theory as to why one works and why one doesn't, and
Yeah,
it's
of
not worth
course.
spending hours trying to figure it out, you know? So,
Yeah, I did spend a lot of hours.
oh, that's what happens. So, well, the payoff now, we have a comment there telling other people what to do, so that's cool.
I'll add it for sure.
Okay, thank you.
So I'll go ahead and submit the PR then.
Cool. All right. I will stop.
So I gotta go.
Okay.
Catch you later, guys.
Okay, Arun. That
Bye.
sounds good. I'll talk to you later.
Sure. Bye.
Okay. Bye now. Laura, I'm gonna go grab another cup of coffee real quick.
Go for it. Go for
Be
it.
right back. Okay. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. So, okay, you're sharing your screen. Yeah. What have you done so
So,
far, Laura?
don't know, lots.
Well, I was thinking if you,
I've compared develop to what we have. Then I've just gone and fetched your branch now.
uh-huh.
Fetched Patrick,
Mm-hmm.
and then I downloaded everything. But now, when I try and check out Patrick, Laura 4, 40, that one,
Oh
it's
no, it
telling me
should be
it's.
Laura 5 is what my latest.
Okay.
Yeah. And is that 2 dashes there that you haven't? No. I mean, between resume download and features, it looks like 2 dashes. Should be 2 dashes.
Over there,
Yes.
like that.
Why does one look fatter than the other? That looks bizarre. Yes, space, 2 dashes. Okay, that's good.
No space.
No space. A space. Yep. Yep. And that should be good. And
Because if I look at this list at the top here, it's not featuring. Very weird for me.
try get remote show Patrick. So there is a Laura 5 there, definitely. So what was that? Git checkout Laura 5-445 resume download features.
Oh, it's the wrong way around. That's why. It's download resume and you've got resume down. It's the way around. That's why.
Oh, I typed in download. I typed in resume download
Yeah,
in the
don't
chat,
worry.
didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
Now, why don't you do? Why don't you just do a git diff features job application feature to see the difference between that file and what you've got currently in your local repo,
You said get diff?
and then just features slash job application dot feature. Oh no, you don't want a slash there. No, I just want to look at that file. So the last section of the prior command, features slash job application dot feature, just cut and paste that. Git diff in. Oh, not fur. I do that sometimes too. The R and the T and the F and the G are right next to each other. Yep. Okay. Um, Git status, if you would, please.
You know what I did? I've just got nothing to commit because what I did is I just committed the merge conflicts because I needed to go out my branch and then go back in. So I can go back and commit.
I was wondering when you pulled that file, why didn't it show up as in your working directory as uncommitted? You did a git fetch. or yeah, git checkout.
Yeah. Okay, so let's do this. Git fetch Patrick. Then let's get
Did not match any.
load resume download file.
Hmm. It seems to be complaining about that dash dash business. It looks like almost a solid thing there. I don't know what's the matter there, but yeah, I'll try that. Okay, now git status. Okay. Well, let's try to run that cucumber file then. See if
Okay, because just
that's
because I set up my local host. Just quickly.
I was thinking we could just run the cucumber file.
Yeah, but I'm getting an error.
Oh, you are.
Yeah. So when I try to download his file now, I'm getting this undefined method resume.
Okay, that's bizarre. You weren't getting that before, were you?
No, so the only thing that I battled with, now, when doing the branch updates, that was fine. Where we routes, branch controller, top application spec. Okay, so this here was the job applications controller spec was the only file that I battled with in terms of where I must put this code that we did, because the code this had been refactored so much
Yeah.
that it was so different to what we had. So I get the feeling that this is in the wrong place.
It's very possible, but that's just test code. Something's breaking in production, you know?
Yeah.
So the thing is, if we could, your PR that you'd put in, the code you have in your PR right now, worked except for the two files that I had to change, which is job application.feature and job seekers controller.rb. But I think right now we're dealing with a feature branch that you've merged or pulled from upstream or something like that and did a lot of changes to it. Is there any way we...
Yeah, carry on.
I wonder if we can get back to, as a starting point, the feature branch as it existed when you pushed your PR.
Sure.
Because from what I could see, everything was working except for a couple things.
Okay, so I would simply say
You could just what's that feature branch called? Is it okay?
Why am I getting Conway stuff now? Okay, so this was last week Thursday when we did this fixed that failing test.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's, I would say, is the latest of what I've got in my repo.
So we want to get back to the point that represents the commit in the PR on GitHub.
Yeah, which is Thursday's one.
So that's the one?
Thursday, yeah.
Okay.
Reset.
Is hard? No.
Yeah, it's
Is
hard.
hard supposed to be capitalized? I can't remember.
I didn't can.
Maybe not. Okay.
I'll capitalize it just in case.
Yep. It didn't work. It says unknown option. Hard there. Oh, I guess it doesn't need to be capitalized. It doesn't want to be capitalized. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine.
Can you do a diff against that, against the existing commit in your PR?
So what did I do there? Get diff?
Yeah, did you update that PR? Did you update the code that's being used for your PR since you submitted the PR? Hopefully not.
Let me just check my repo. Let's get. MetPlus.
Let's see. Commits.
5 days ago. Or 5 days ago, so yeah, that was Thursday.
So you you did updates since then?
So, no, not since 5 days ago. So this is what we've got here is what I pushed up.
Okay.
On Thursday.
Yep, I see what you're saying. Okay. Why don't we do a diff, excuse me, between your local repo and then the one that's represented upstream for the PR,
Okay.
which would be, yeah. So get diff space and then.
Didn't you have to go out?
What's that?
Didn't you have to go out somewhere?
No, not this morning. I do have later on, but.
Okay.
So get diff space. I think origin /445 download resume.
And enter.
Yep. Okay, it says job seekers controller has some differences, and it says job application feature has some differences. Those are the only two files so far. So if you hit space again, we'll see the next set of diffs. That's the end. Okay, so the only differences here are job application.feature and job applications controller, which are good. That's what we're looking for. Yeah. Can you execute that diff again? I want to see the differences in more detail. Just one more time. Up arrow and return. Okay, so main job seekers controller. So you can see the green where we've added the preview mode true. That was one of the problems.
Yeah.
And then on the feature stuff, we added Jane Seeker, and she's involved in the scenario to differentiate from John, which is breaking the snare. Okay, good. Why don't we try to run... Well, actually, why don't you try to run this code and see if it breaks in the way that you were showing me before. Oh, no, that's okay. I was going to say live like you had it. You showed me a...
Sorry.
Yeah.
I said the application runs a lot faster since you've taken a lot of the data out.
Well, I haven't actually taken a lot of data out, but okay, let's see if we can download. Did you? Oh, good. Look at that.
Okay.
Back in business. Let's try to run that feature file now too. See if that works.
I knew that was going to happen.
Oh, that nonsense.
It's back again, yeah. And I'm still running 4.6, so...
You just go run Firefox 46.
Yeah.
Wasn't there some environmental that you had to set to point to it that didn't seem to be restarted in your cache, in your bash file, remember?
Yeah.
You were going to talk to Raul about that, see what was going on there?
Yeah, we did. We fixed that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Okay.
we fixed that whole Gecko. It was the Gecko driver thing that we all fixed together.
Mm-hmm,
And then
mm-hmm.
Segu worked through the fix for the Firefox.
Okay.
And then last night when I ran, because I ran it test after I fixed all the merge conflicts, I ran a full test on the system to see if anything failed, just in case I broke anything. And then it just popped up again. So I'll go back and I'll check that now.
What was
in the bash file?
Yeah, that was, I'm trying to remember the darn thing. It's,
Yeah, it was in the bash file and the hidden file. Oh, that's running. It was over here.
oh yeah, okay. So, why don't you do an echo $ that of that environmental, see if it's actually, excuse me. I just pasted the chat. That's the environmental we're looking for to be defined. So if you just do echo $ Firefox binary path, we'll see if it's defined in your environment. Oh, lowercase echo. And then $, you got to put a $ in front of that because you have to quote it. Yep, that's it. No space. No space. So it's not defined. That's the problem.
It's gone.
Yeah. So let's.
I wonder if it
pull it.
changed when I, you know what it might have done? It might have changed when I did, sorry, when I did the updates to my system.
Oh, yeah, possibly.
Yeah, so every now and again I've got to, it was bash RC, yeah?
Yes, it was.
And, oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is. So why don't we execute that line at the command line and then run the cucumber again? Okay. No. Just no. You don't need bundle exec or anything. Just straight from the bash file, exactly like it is.
Like that.
Yep. Now you're good. Now do up arrow twice and let's make sure it's defined. Okay, that's great. Now, did you do a control C to update the tests that were ongoing?
No.
You let them finish?
I just
Okay.
let him see. I just opened another terminal face.
All right, well, let's go ahead and run that file again then, or the cucumber file. Hopefully we don't see that warning now. Oh, shoot.
Maybe I need to restart my terminal. Hold on.
This one's supposed to be 46, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 46. Let's see. 46.1.
Yeah, that's good.
On our news, on one of our radio stations today, they had the psychic chicken.
On one of your what stations?
On
Radio?
our radio station,
Oh.
that they had the psychic chicken that would predict who would be president. So they put down 2 bowls of chicken.
Mm-hmm.
They put down Nando's chicken, which is, I know you get Nando's in America, but it's a South African chicken franchise.
Uh-huh.
And they put down Woolworths chicken, which is another food store here.
Mm-hmm.
So they said Woolworths was Donald Trump and Nando's was Hillary. And then they had this whole kind of saga going on about, no, the chicken's sniffing Donald Trump, now it's sniffing Hillary. Oh, now it's gone to the water. Then it came back and then it ate the Donald Trump chicken. So it's predicted that Donald Trump is going to be the president.
So this is an actual chicken who was presented with
Yeah,
both?
it was just random. They're just making fun.
Psychic
Call
chicken, huh?
The,
Well,
the psychic chicken.
well, I don't know. I think that chicken is too stupid to live. Hopefully, he's got to be wrong. Let's
It's gonna
pray.
be dinner tonight.
He is exactly. You got the wrong choice. Sorry, pal. You got to go. We don't want you around anymore.
No.
We got to get you. We got to get him out of the gene pool because chickens are dumb enough as it is. We don't need to increase that.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh God, you got to laugh. Either that or cry. So what's going on with this? Let's try at least our spec. For one of the files we fixed was job seekers controller. Why don't we try job seekers controller spec? So it's specs controllers, yeah. No, you need to do controllers first to get to the right directory. Yeah. Thank God for autocomplete with tab. Job seekers is, we changed the job seeker file, so we might as well run job seeker spec. Yeah.
That one, yeah?
Yeah, that's good.
Fantastic.
Oh, that worked good. So do you want to check and see if that Firefox binary path is still, I'm paranoid, but is it still defined?
Fine, let's do it.
That echo thing? Oh, there we go.
It stopped.
Not defined.
Why does it do that?
I think you still have a command where you export it back in your terminal. So if you just, yeah, there you go.
Do that.
Yep, and wait a minute. Is it defined? Yes, it is. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do the cucumber thing now. Please find the damn thing. It is. It is. Oh, good. I found it.
Good winner.
All right, we got a winner. I don't know why your bash RC is not exporting that for you and it's present in your environment once you start. That's, so you said Raul looked at that with you and you thought
Not
it
at
was,
that, the gecko driver that
Oh,
we got. Yeah,
oh.
this was done with the Segu.
Yeah. Your bash RC, every time you start your terminal, it should be executing the bash RC and exporting that environmental for you.
Cool. So hold on for me 2 seconds, Patrick. So
Yeah, no problem.
it's just got to the front.
I'm gonna go grab some coffee anyway.
Okay. sorry about that, Patrick.
No problem.
Okay, so let's see what happened here. 12. Okay, it's still running.
Okay, this is the one that was breaking on us before. This is the last one, I think.
So I change that to 2, Patrick.
Oh, is that what we have to do? Okay, that makes sense.
Maybe one was just too little.
Let me see. Let me look at what I had.
When I click the one link. Okay. Why is that doing that now?
Let's see.
That's when you click the job number, huh?
I'm at home and yeah, okay. Wait 1 second. And I'm going to find link 1. Can we look at that feature file in your editor real quickly?
I feel like we're not going forward.
What's that?
Crazy. I said, I feel like we're not going forward.
Mm-hmm.
Like just when we go forward, we go like 5 steps backwards.
Well, we're almost there, actually. Just got this one cucumber test to worry about. Okay, so scroll down a bit, see. No, I just want to look at the top where we're creating. Okay, so a little bit further down. Okay, we have a job seeker, resumes, following ages relations exist. Does that look like what I'm looking at here? Resumes, yeah, okay. It doesn't look quite right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the old version of the file.
Just 2 seconds, Patrick. Sorry.
Yep. Okay.
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Bringing our big in, and I don't want them to hit our brand new walls.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay, so
let's do this again. Let's I don't know why. So I think what we need to do is try to pull that again from my repo. So if you go back to your command line and do git actually just checkout, just straight checkout. Patrick / Lara 5 and then dash. Yep, exactly. 2 dashes space features job application dot feature. Okay, now go ahead. And now let's look at that in the editor. Yeah, okay, that's the latest. That's the corrected one. Okay, so let's run that test again. I predict success for this one. In fact, if you want to, you could just, oh, that's okay, let it go. I was going to say we could just run that last scenario, but that's okay. We'll make sure everything works.
You sure? Okay, I can cancel it.
No, let it rep. And I think if that works, then what I would suggest is before you update your PR with this feature, with these changes, run all the RSpec tests and run all the cucumber tests. I know it takes a while. You probably have to walk away and supervise kitchen construction or something. But make sure everything works locally before pushing up.
Yeah, well, that's what I did last night, and then that's when I got a whole lot of failures.
Yeah. I think that that merge that you tried to do was, and then I tried to do the rebase. There were so many changes coming in and such large blocks to compare. That just doesn't seem viable to me. It's just out of control, you know. So that's why I thought if you just pull those two files that I changed in your repo to make your repo code work, that's the simplest approach.
And then what happens when we get the merge conflicts now?
Well, we'll see if once you update your repo, we'll see if you have merge conflicts. Hopefully not. But
So what did this file do? This just added another job seeker into the background.
add another job seeker. John Seeker required an application to be in place for one of the tests to work, and we needed a second job seeker. We didn't have an application for the last scenario to work.
Okay.
Yeah. Problem is we had fixed it so one of the scenarios that was breaking worked by removing an existing job application for John Seeker. So one of the scenarios at the top of the file worked. We didn't run the whole file and discover that the scenario at the bottom of the file broke because of the change we made to the job seeker, John Seeker, if I remember correctly.
Thanks, Sophie.
Yeah, a lot of people have I already voted. We had early voting in Massachusetts for the first time. And so I voted like 2 weeks ago to get it out of the way. And
Yeah, because you guys can post your votes as well, can't you?
well, not in Massachusetts. You have to go to the polling place. It's a paper process. So at least we have paper backup. We don't have. Do you guys have internet voting in Australia?
I wish we did.
Can you use mail? Post it?
No, we stand in queues and then
Okay.
put it into a ballot box.
Just like us.
Yeah.
Some states have gone to, like Oregon uses mail-in voting. In fact, that's the only way they vote is through U.S. mail, which I think makes a great deal of sense. Well, that passed.
Okay, fantastic.
So if you do get status, how many files have changed? Just the two, I would think, or just the one.
So yeah, we add job seeker. sense?
Yeah, sure. There's a little reminder. So, like I said, I wouldn't push anything upstream yet until you've run all RSpec and Cucumber tests.
Okay, so run
Um,
through the whole thing. So I'm just going to let it leave it and
yeah,
then just run
just let it rip and walk away and
and coffee. Coffee.
get some coffee.
Yeah.
What time is it there, by the way?
It's now 3:10, just after 3:10 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, what your clocks are changed now. What's the time there?
It's 8:15 in the morning.
Jeez, like so you've been going for a while already.
I do. Well, I start early. I knock off early, but I start early as well. I
Yeah.
tend to be an early riser anyway.
But last night I saw that you did the scrum.
Yeah, it's like 11 and a half hour difference between the morning and the afternoon scrum.
Yeah.
But Hugh just started a new job, and he's actually working during that time frame that he used to start the scrums. So he can't do that anymore. So I'll have to be doing that as well, I guess.
Okay. Yeah.
But that's okay. It's usually thinly attended, sparsely attended, I should say.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're running all the Qs right now, huh?
Yeah. So I'll run them, and then if I have any problems, I'll let you know.
Yeah, and please run the RSpec test too. Hopefully they
Yeah.
hold together and push it up, and hopefully there's no merge conflicts that you have to wrestle with.
Okay.
Cool. Okay.
Thank you, Patrick. Thanks for your time.
All right. Thank you. And I guess we'll talk
Hopefully
again
we have a
tomorrow.
winner. Yeah,
What's
we
that?
will. I said, hopefully we have a winner soon.
Well, there's so many ways I could take that.
Okay, well,
Hopefully.
let's have a winner on resume download first, and then we'll have some kind of winner in the presidential election.
Okay, we'll do it in sequence then. Solve one world problem at a time here.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
Thanks,
All
Patrick.
right. All right. Have a good afternoon. Yep. Take
You
care.
too. Ciao.
Bye
Bye.
now. Ciao.